one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
This story is brought to us from The Guardian. Police used a stun gun on 2 people and arrested 3 attendees overall at a town hall meeting hosted by Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's your favorite. Protesters repeatedly interrupted Marjorie Taylor Greene during a town hall in Ackworth, which is a town about 30 minutes outside Atlanta, ATL. One man, Andrew Russell Nelms, began booing Greene almost as soon as she began speaking and was dragged out of the room by police officers who used a stun gun on him, according to the New York Times.
Can I take this off? Oh, this is wired. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you.
Now, Greene said repeatedly, "Bye," as protesters were escorted out of the room by police. As ever, Greene mounted an ardent defense of Donald Trump, touting to constituents his plans to cut taxes and downsize the federal government while parrying questions about whether his administration would slice safety net programs like Medicare and Medicaid. Police were kept busy removing protesters who interrupted Greene as she spoke, including one who, after the congresswoman praised how the Trump administration was bringing the full weight of federal law enforcement against undocumented immigrants, he yelled, "How about the KKK?"
Tempers flared as Washington lawmakers faced constituents at town halls on Tuesday. Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene was interrupted several times by protesters at her town hall in Georgia, with police forcibly removing people from the event, arresting 3 individuals, and using stun guns in 2 instances. Greene dismissed the interruptions and moved on.
Thank you to our great police officers.
"I'm glad they got thrown out. That's exactly what I wanted to see happen," she said after the roughly hour-long event. She said, "This isn't a political rally or a protest. I held a town hall tonight. You know who was out of line? The protesters." That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene said after the event.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my town hall. This is a town hall. This is not a political rally. This is not a protest. If you stand up and want to protest, if you want to shout and chant, we will have you removed just like that man was thrown out. We will not tolerate it.
Now, Essence Johnson, the chair of the Cobb County Democratic Party, said the protesters had been unjustly arrested. Remember, she's Democratic. Quote, "People are passionate now. They're upset. They're frustrated. They believe democracy is being taken away from them. They're at their wits' end," she said. Now, there was an armed police presence for the event at the Ackworth Community Center, and access to the town hall was tightly controlled, with attenders having to write down their address to show they were Greene's constituents and show ID at the door, the Georgia Recorder reported.
So what you're watching there is CNN crews witnessing police use a stun gun on at least 2 men after they refused to leave the event. So both men and another woman were arrested. Police say that officers used force that was, quote, necessary to gain compliance and control the situation. At least 11 more town halls are set to happen across the country tonight.
There were also reportedly dozens of demonstrators outside the event. The House Speaker Mike Johnson has urged Republican members to stop holding in-person town halls after facing demonstrations and heated questions at them. While Marjorie Taylor Greene's district is solidly Republican, The portion of it where she held the town hall is the most left-leaning portion of it, says the Journal Constitution. Now, reporters were barred from interviewing attendees at the town hall, and Greene did not take live questions at the event, but instead read pre-screened ones, says the Georgia Recorder. Now, the reason I'm giving you this one, not only is it big news, I mean, there was probably a dozen and a half news articles on this as I was going through for stories, but I wanted to get your opinion on a couple things. One, it's a town hall where you come and there's this representative there. I mean, but she's not going to take any live questions from you. And reporters are not allowed to review anybody that's attending. She's going to read pre-screened questions, you see. So, no, I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not going to answer that one. That's what pre-screened is, right? Um, And then another thing, do you feel that they're allowed to protest, or are they literally interrupting? I don't know. In my humble opinion, I kind of feel like, yeah, we have the right to free speech and peaceably assemble and all that. But to just go in there and interrupt the meeting, to me, you can do it a little bit more professionally, right? And then the final thing, they had to write down their addresses. We want to make sure you're Marjorie Taylor Greene's constituent. Hold on, hold on. No, no, you're from the other way in Alabama. I mean, Georgia. Yeah, you're not from around here. Get out. Is that what it was? What kind of public event is that? No, 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 you can't. Get out. So is it a violation of your constitutional rights? You have a public event with a Republican representative, but you're not one of her constituents. You can't come. Is that how politics works in America? Or is that how freedom is in America? And then read pre screened questions? This was a staged event. We're going to give you what we want you to think. It's called a propaganda town hall meeting. Not a town hall meeting, a propaganda meeting. Am I right or wrong? And I want to hear from all my haters. I love you guys. You know why? Because you give me views.